Hello, and welcome to episode 4 of Live and Let Live. This is a little bit late in the week to be posting this week's episode, but it's my birthday, so we're not going to talk about it. Okay, I did record on Monday, and the entire thing went missing because my Wi Fi was messing up. And yeah, there's little Prim. She's sitting next to me as always. um, yeah, so it's my birthday today. I'm 24 years old, which is kind of crazy. I feel 16. Yeah, it's hard to feel like I'm in my mid 20s. That is crazy. That is crazy. I need time to process that. Mid 20s is crazy. But at the same time, I'm grateful to be in my mid 20s. I don't really want to be like a teenager again, but like I feel like if I was like 22 forever, I'd really like that. So anyway, a lot has happened in the past week and a half since I recorded. I guess it's almost been 2 weeks. Um, yeah, I got an espresso machine. I'm obsessed with it. I've been making like the best iced coffee ever at home, and it's been like getting me up in the morning to wake up and make my coffee like today. Made myself at home my birthday iced coffee. That's delicious. It's delicious. I used an espresso shot, vanilla almond milk, and a salted caramel syrup. And it is very freaking good. I got really good birthday gifts from my boyfriend. He got me the Rhode skincare kit that comes with that cute bag, which is crazy because I only mentioned I wanted the face wash. So he got that, and then he's so freaking cute because he got me one of the Rhode peptide lip treatments, which I have some. My sister gave me this like jelly bean one. And then I don't think it's in here. Oh, here's the box for it. I had the, wow, where does it say? Salty Tan peptide lip treatment. But um, he picked me out the color Ribbon, and he said that he just thought it would really go with my skin tone. So he bought me that as well with the Rhode Skin Kit, which I thought was so cute. I mean, like, imagining him like looking on there and like comparing the lip colors on like which would look best on me. That is all it takes. That is all it takes. It's so sweet. And then he got me a really nice bathrobe. It's like baby blue with little white flowers on it. It's like a periwinkle blue, like so pretty. I've been feeling like luxurious getting out of the shower, putting on my bathrobe, doing my Rhode skincare. Like, that's what it's all about, seriously. So that was really sweet. And then his dad actually got me the Summer Fridays trio with like the hot chocolate lip tint, toasted marshmallow, and their jet lag mask, which I was not expecting. I honestly was expecting like a Starbucks gift card, which I'm always okay with. But no, he got me that. I guess they talked about it. And yeah, my boyfriend knew I wanted that. So that was a sweet gift as well. I've just been like freaking spoiled with my Nespresso and my new skincare and my bathrobe. I got a new dress and little black kitten heels to go out tonight. I'm going out with my coworker who it's also her birthday, so I'm kind of like in a way crashing her birthday party, but I am so excited because it is so freaking hard to make friends as an adult that you kind of just have to count on proximity. And she grew up in a town that's 10 minutes away from me. So all of her friends are like local. So I'm hoping I'm not going to like at all make tonight about me because it's her birthday party, even though it's also my birthday. But I was planning on just hanging out with my boyfriend anyway. So as long as my boyfriend's there and I'm meeting new people and having a few drinks and wearing a new pretty dress, that sounds like the perfect birthday for me. I really didn't want to plan anything this year, so it kind of just worked out perfectly because I have kind of been in a phase of reassessing my friendships and figuring out what works for me and what doesn't anymore because I've had the same friends for over a decade. I still talk to regularly two of my friends that I've known since I was like 11 years old. So yeah, like 13, 14 years now. I think I've known them since I was 10. And I think I let that longevity not with those two friends, but with other friends that I've known for that long. I let that longevity kind of overshadow just the patterns of behavior. And I didn't want to go into another year being surrounded with people that I don't even want to go out with on my birthday. Like it's people who just have consistently not shown up for me. And I think that's what your 20s kind of is. You're just figuring out who the people are for you, and no hard feelings to those people or anybody who has come and gone from my life. But I think I'm just in a new phase of life, and I want to be around people who inspire me and motivate me and make me laugh most of all. Like, I just want to have a good time with people, and I want to celebrate other people. And I want to do cute things like a Friendsgiving and stuff like that. And you kind of need people who like respond to your text for that. So I'm so excited to go meet other girls like my age who are local to me. It's kind of like the perfect birthday gift. Yeah, I'm really freaking excited to just like go out and be around a bunch of girls who are dressed up and feeling pretty and having a couple of drinks. And I think we're gonna go dancing. And it's just like my dream date. Cute. Thought I had to sneeze, but I guess not. So, my episode on Monday, that is now lost in the abyss, which is kind of my fault because I tried to record it using my phone hotspot, which just did not work. So, it just like never processed. And there are bits and pieces of it still on my like dashboard, but it's just not the full thing. And I was not going to edit it a full hour, or it wasn't even a full hour anymore, but edit it to make it seem like it was meant to be that way. Like it was missing some pretty key pieces. So in that episode, I was saying 24 things I've learned at 24. By the end of the episode, I already wanted to delete it because I realized I put like the same thing in different words on like 4 different things. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I don't have to say 24 things I've learned. I was kind of taking inspiration from Tana Mojo's 27 things she's learned at 27. But I think I'm just going to say a few of the most important things that I've learned. So, one thing that I learned actually yesterday, or I guess I gained perspective on it, I was listening to Mel Robbins' most recent podcast episode where she interviews this author. I wish I was good with names. I feel like his name was like Mark. Not that it matters. Just go listen to it for yourself because it is very good. And one thing that he said, her guest, he said something that like really resonated with me. He said, the debate, in other words, I'm not direct quoting. He basically said, the perspective is not either the glass is half full or the glass is half empty. The perspective we should have is that it's always both. And you have to figure out how to have a relationship with both of those things. And I feel like that speaks to a lot of things. It speaks to, like the quote, choose your hard. Like, it's hard to go to work, but it's hard to be broke. It's hard to leave somebody, but it's also hard to stay with somebody who doesn't treat you well and, it doesn't work long term. So I think choosing your hard, recognizing that there are always good and bad sides to everything. And you have to figure out how to take the good with the bad. There is always a pain and pleasure relationship between things. Like, you know what? You may choose the pleasure of going out drinking, like I am doing, but I'm accepting the pain of tomorrow morning when I'm probably going to have a hangover. Or you can accept the pain of working 60 hours a week, but then you have the pleasure of that paycheck. So there's a pleasure and pain relationship with everything. The glass is not either half full or half empty. You have to be able to live your life accepting that it's both. And I just thought that that was very profound. Like that is something that is going to stick with me because sometimes it's easy to see one or the other, to ignore the bad because you want to focus on the good, which isn't always a horrible thing. I understand that sentiment, but when you ignore the bad, I think you're setting yourself up for more pain long term of having rose-colored glasses on or there is the point of like finding a silver lining in life, but if you're looking at the silver lining, you're also recognizing what it's outlining. It's outlining a bad thing. There's a heavy cloud and you're looking for the silver lining around it. Um, yeah, I won't get too much on a soapbox about this, but that is one thing that I learned my last day of being 23 that gave me a lot of perspective and also a lot of hope of like, I really truly believe in like the yin and yang of life. I think there is equally good as there is bad. Does that make sense? I don't know. I believe in karma. I believe like you reap what you sow in life. If I am putting out positivity and kindness to other people, it will return itself to me. And you know what? Bad things do happen to good people. But on the things you can control, I feel like you will always get more out of being a good person and putting out positivity into the world than you will ever get being a bad person. Okay, I had a minor interruption getting phone calls, but what I was saying, taking the good with the bad, I think we'll just leave it on what was said. One of the big things, I preach this all the time. Do not hate watch or stalk somebody you don't like. Okay, I guess that's kind of implied with hate watching. If you are on bad terms with somebody, you got dumped, you broke up with somebody, either way, you like someone's content makes you feel insecure, someone's content makes you think of something like a bad time, like say someone online is posting about struggling with an eating disorder and they are triggering you with like the content they're putting out and you're watching it even though it makes you feel awful, or you're watching hello, sorry, Prem is rolling around in my lap. I think that is pointless, and whenever I cut ties with somebody, I do not follow them on social media. I don't have a fake account that I go look on their stuff. I actually think that's kind of crazy because it's going to upset you. What are you going to find that is going to improve your life in any way? It's a bad habit to have, and I promise you, the less you concern yourself what's going on with other people's lives that have nothing to do with you anymore, the happier you will be. I am not concerned with what people are doing with their time, and I think it's really unhealthy that we have even the means to see what's going on in people's lives because, like, these people, they're not spending time with me, they're not involved in my day-to-day, and purposefully putting that in my day when it's going to make me feel envious or jealous or sad or any type of way that is not content, I'm not going to look at it. I don't watch any content that upsets me on purpose. Like, obviously things will come up in your feed. Like, no, this is my phone. I'm going to look at things that encourage me. I really love watching like people, like girls doing workout routines and baking recipes and getting ready with me because I like to see how people do their makeup and like compare and take inspiration from, or like picking out outfits or shopping hauls and stuff like that. Like, that is the kind of stuff that makes me feel good and inspired and motivated, and I just like seeing it. So that's what I see on my feed because that's what I engage with. And things that make me upset, I hit not interested, and it comes up less and less in my feed. So I think that's a big thing to have. I know people who literally spend half of their day ranting about content creators. Like, this is like real life people I know. Like, they will sit and watch interviews these people do that they dislike and like all of this stuff, and I'm just like, why? You don't like that person, and that is okay. They are very avoidable. It's very avoidable to never see anything that person puts out. That's okay. You know what? You're not going to click with everybody in life. You're not going to like everybody. There are people who I just generally don't have an interest in. It's not like a dislike, but I don't really enjoy their content. Like, it's just not for me. So I don't watch it. Like, I don't sit there and technically like rage bait yourself to feel upset. And I feel like, I want to do things that when I look in the mirror, I like what I see. And I feel like at times when I did look at social medias or like pages or content or videos that I knew were going to upset me, it like snowballed into other areas of my life, and I would talk about it more. I would engage with it more. It like bled into my thoughts, and it just made me an overall more negative person. And now that I'm not seeing any of that, I talk more about positive things I see and things that I like. And I think that that is a much more important thing, and people would so much rather hear you talk about things that you like versus things that you don't like. Do yourself a favor. Have some self-control. Don't say you can't stay away from that content, because you can. You can have self-control and get yourself to not look at it. Just saying. Just saying. You can do it. Okay, another thing that I like seriously love. This thing actually really shifted my perspective. And it kind of ties into like, you are not your thoughts. You are your actions little by little. And obviously you can make mistakes and do things that don't reflect who you are. But I think it's the little actions versus like the big mistakes or big crazy things you do. It's like the little things you do every day. I think that really kind of shows who you are more than the big anyway. But to get to it, the example that I saw, I think I saw it on a TikTok and I really liked it. It said, dogs are proof that love is shown and not spoken, or something like that. Like, your dog can't tell you how they feel. Your dog shows you how they feel. And you know your dog loves you by the way your dog chooses to be close to you or plays with you or the way that they look at you. I can tell when my dog's not feeling well. I can tell when my dog is super energetic and needs to get her energy out. Like, I think dogs are living proof that who you are is shown through your actions. And I think that's a good lesson to have versus just telling people you love them or that you care about them. You have to show them. And if you're constantly not showing up for people, they are going to not feel loved. Even if you send them a paragraph every morning about how much they mean to you, it's the way that you prioritize people and show them love that actually gets through and creates lasting relationships. So I just thought that was cool. I love dogs. I love my dog. She's the best. I think I might do one more. Ooh, okay. This is a good one. I've said this for years, and it always works. Never fails. I don't know where I heard this, but I did not come up with this. It says, if you hate yourself, take a shower. If you hate everyone else, take a nap. And I think that is so true, because sometimes I just have it out for the world. I hate the world. I don't want to see or speak to anybody. I don't want to be perceived by anybody. I don't want anyone to think about me, look at me, talk to me, acknowledge me, like nothing. And I'm usually very sleep deprived when that happens. Like, I just am, you know, that feeling of like, you literally don't want anything. Like, nothing in that moment would make you happy. It's like, I literally don't want anything. I don't want to go home. I don't want to go somewhere. I don't want to play a game. I don't want to watch a show. I don't want to be on my phone. I don't want to read a book. Like, I literally want to do nothing. I just need to go to sleep. And I usually feel a lot better and a lot more positive when I wake up from a nap. And then days when I feel really bad about myself and I feel like hideous and gross and ugly, when I take a nice shower, I usually feel better afterwards. So yeah, if you hate yourself, take a shower, and if you hate everyone else, take a nap. And I also heard of this like other quote, literally have no clue where I heard it, but someone was like referencing this and they said, you know what, if you're feeling really bad or you're having a bad day, take a shower and put on a nice outfit. And if that doesn't help, you'll at least be clean and in a cute outfit while you deal with your bad day. And I think that is so true. And I also think how you present yourself also reflects how you feel on the inside. And I think it's such a good reminder to myself when I'm feeling insecure or not good about myself, going and taking a nice shower and, you know, like washing my hair and conditioning it and using a body scrub that smells good. And it's like, you know what? I wouldn't be doing these things unless I felt like I was deserving of like this love and affection. And it's like a level of like intimacy with yourself to take care of yourself. And sometimes, at times in my life where I was like more depressed and stuff, I would just think, you know what? How would I want somebody to treat my little sister or my best friend? I would tell them they're deserving of a good shower. They're deserving of smelling good and feeling clean, and they're deserving of all of these good things. And it's like, you know what? Well, I have to believe I'm deserving of that too and take care of myself in that way. So I think always having like a moment with yourself of like, I care about myself enough to wash my face. I care enough about myself to put my body in clothes that fit and make me feel comfortable and good. So yeah, I think that's something to live by for sure. I think whoever came up with that is definitely onto something, because I've taken that advice more times than I can count and it never fails me. Okay, moving on to my media interview this week. Dancing with the Stars, we've had a couple of episodes since I last recorded, and now Daniela and Andy are gone, which I'm very sad about Daniela, but I will say my top 5 right now are Alex, Robert, Jordan, Elaine, and Dylan. I think looking at the big picture, we have 2 weeks left, and it's very sad when someone gets sent home. But at the same time, it's also a competition, and the 5 that I always vote for are still in, and they're doing amazing. So I'm very happy. This week was so freaking good. I just watched it last night because I couldn't on Tuesday night, but I still sent in my votes on Tuesday. My top songs this week, let's see. Oh my gosh, I really hate to say this. Like, I really hate to say this because I am not a Drake fan, but the Die Trying song with Party Next Door, it's catchy. It's pretty good. I really like that song. So, you know what? Drake ate with that one little thing, but yeah, Die Trying. Past Life by Ariana Grande. I've been listening to that quite a bit. That is such a good song. Oh my gosh, when she says in the song, "You think I'm lost, but that's just how you found me. Maybe I'm the stranger after all." That one took me a minute to fully digest, but now that I understand what she was saying, she's saying, you think I'm lost because you came into my life at a point in time when I was lost. So maybe you really truly don't know me. Maybe I'm the one who's a stranger. She's just such a genius, and I think that I will die if she comes to Chicago and I don't get tickets. But I think I would sell a kidney to go. So I'm going to find some way between now and next August to get my hands on a ticket. Oh, I've been listening to more Noah Kahan lately, which I love Noah Kahan. Yesterday I was listening to Stick Season because I think it's winter and I think it's Stick Season literally. So Stick Season by Noah Kahan is my 3rd song of the week. Okay, so for the advice segment, I think I've already, with the things I've learned, kind of given like advice. So I think we're gonna move past that. I just want to say to anyone watching this to do whatever makes you happy and whatever you want to do. As Mel Robbins says, let people be disappointed in you. Let people say bad things about you. Let people tear apart what you're doing. So I'm just going to continue to do what I want with my life and not live with regrets because I'm worried about what people think. I hope to one day be able to look back on the day I turned 24 and, reflect on my thoughts and feelings at this time in my life. I kind of feel like Good Luck Charlie. Like, I'm just talking about these things that maybe one day I'll really want to remember. So anything you want to do, whether you feel too old for it or too embarrassed to do it or anything, just do it. Just post it. Let people have their own reactions and thoughts and feelings, because I guarantee you there are going to be more people who don't even think about it or think positive things than people who are going to actively say or think negative things. I struggled with being embarrassed. Like, I'm very easily embarrassed, and it really causes me to kind of isolate because I cannot handle any criticism. I think that's like a little bit of like an OCD thing. Like, I already have like ruminating thoughts and everything, and these OCD like compulsions are to like pull back or to overshare. So I kind of try to avoid it altogether. And when people say negative things about me, it like echoes those thoughts and makes them feel more real and more valid, which is just like negative for my mental health. So I am going out there on a limb with this and putting out something that's a little bit more vulnerable about myself, and I just want to encourage everyone to do the same. The more that people do and not care about what other people think, the happier you are going to be, and the last thing on your mind when you are doing something you love should be what other people think about it. So, yeah, do what makes you happy. Do what makes you feel good about yourself and makes you feel fulfilled. And if you have something you've been wanting to try, I guarantee it's at the top of your head right now. Just go for it, because you're not always going to have the opportunity to. So, yeah, that's my little tidbit of advice among all the other advice I gave in this podcast. But my manifestation and intentions going forward are to start off being 24 strong, start off my year strong, and I hope I come up with really great Christmas gifts for my boyfriend, because I just kind of want to make Christmas feel like when he was a kid again, and like wake up on Christmas morning to gifts under the tree, and like we're trying to start traditions, like Christmas traditions of how our Christmas Eve and Christmas Day is going to go. We're going to wake up and actually, because we've been so bad about giving each other gifts before the actual day, and then Christmas Day is kind of boring, but I want Christmas Day to be about us opening our gifts. And you know, when you're a kid and you open all your gifts and then you have all these toys to play with and these outfits to wear and you're sending all your friends what you got, like, I just kind of want to recreate that feeling a little bit as adults and start doing that for each other, instead of as soon as a Christmas gift comes in the mail, we just hand it to each other because we're so impatient. But I was like, no, we're going to have self-control this year and wait and have things to open on Christmas Day. So that is my manifestation. We're going to have a beautiful traditional Christmas. Hopefully it snows on Christmas and we could go like make a snowman or something. My intentions are to have a good time tonight and hopefully make some new friends and be a little bit carefree and celebrate. Yeah, that's really all I have to say. I'm about to go start getting ready for my birthday. Thank you for listening to my birthday episode. I hope you have a wonderful day as well. Thank you for listening and making it this far. I always have like a poll in the Spotify episode. So if you guys want to give me your thoughts and feedback, but don't necessarily want to leave a comment, you can just go and click your answer on my poll, whatever it is. I also always link the songs I talk about in my Spotify episode. So yeah, check those out and have a good week. And I will be back next week with an episode by Tuesday. So we'll talk again very soon.